French and Italian?
French or Italian.
Maybe French.
How many languages do you speak?
I think 3.
Which ones?
So English, Portuguese, and Spanish. I'd like to think that I speak Spanish, but
Okay.
you never know.
And where are you from?
I was born in Brazil and raised here in Portugal.
Okay, so English and Portuguese and Spanish?
Yes.
So did you learn Spanish or you know it because you're Brazilian?
So yeah, the thing is Portuguese and Spanish, they all come from Latin, right? So it's kind of easy for us to pick up. And then Spain is just here and I've traveled to like South America. So you kind of like pick it up and when you realize you're like, oh, I kind of speak Spanish, you know?
Okay, so it's good to speak Brazilian, right? To burn like the Brazilian language.
Yeah,
Not Brazilian.
it's Portuguese.
Portuguese language.
Yeah, it's Portuguese. Yeah. Just like different accents. Yeah.
Okay.
And like some different words. Yeah.
3, I would
Which
say.
one?
2.
2.
So, which ones?
Swedish, English, and a little bit of Portuguese.
Okay, where are you from?
Sweden.
Swedish, English, and a little Portuguese.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. And you?
English and Swedish.
Okay, so you are from Sweden.
Sweden.
Okay. You look not Swedish.
Yeah,
right?
no.
What is your background?
My mom is from Portugal.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's why you speak Portuguese as well.
Exactly, yeah. And my dad is from Sweden.
Okay, and you were like totally from Sweden.
Yeah. Just Swedish.
I don't have actually a lot of people from Sweden, like on my interviews. And can you say, like, for example, like in few words, what do you like about Lisbon in Swedish?
Yeah.
Ja, det är väldigt trevligt, mycket restauranger.
What does it mean?
Just it's very nice here and it's a lot of restaurants.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Och jag gillar verkligen folket och kulturen skulle jag säga. And that means I really like the people and the culture.
I think 3: Portuguese, English, and a little bit of Spanish.
Okay, where are you from?
Portugal.
Okay, why a little bit of Spanish? Like,
Because I think Portuguese people like to think that they can speak Spanish, but when I go to Spain, I feel like I can speak with them and they comprehend. So I think I can speak very well.
you see, like how it started. It's become like 2, only like Portuguese and English, and like a little bit of Spanish, and now,
it's
open.
full
Yeah,
Spanish.
it's
Yeah.
almost fluently.
Maybe because I say some things that are
Yeah.
wrong because I don't know everything, but I
Of course,
can
that's
speak.
common. But you
Yeah.
understand Spanish, like
Yeah, I
100%.
understand.
Or
If they
what-
speak slower, I can understand. Once they start like da 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 da, I'm a little bit lost.
I speak 4 languages: Italian, English, Spanish, and French.
Italian, English, Spanish, and French. Okay.
Yeah.
And where are you from?
I'm from Italy.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I have another question for you. And so, as you speak already French and Italian, usually what I notice, a lot of people they just want to learn Italian or French, but you already know
Okay.
that language. So,
Yeah.
if you have a chance to know one more language, what language would it be?
It would probably be, it might sound maybe weird as I know like Latin languages, but Japanese.
Ooh,
Definitely
okay.
Japanese.
Why
Yeah.
Japanese?
Well, since I was a child, I've always been in love with the Japanese culture. So like I just really respect how Japanese people are and like their values and their principles. I just really, as I travel a lot, I would like to go to Japan. That would be like my dream destination and probably like live there in the future. So I feel like Japanese would allow me to immerse myself more into their culture.
Okay, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. But do you like anime?
No, actually no. It might sound
Me neither.
weird, but
Me
no.
neither. I'm just okay anime. Then.
Yeah, a bit controversial, but yeah.
I would probably like French. Not really sure why, but I do like French. Like I just like the way it sounds, you know?
Okay. Is it like sound
Posh.
harsh?
I like it, and it's like very useful, like in general, right? Like there's a lot of like people who would speak French and like work stuff, and like Paris is a
like just like few countries, I would
Yeah.
say. It's not like the same useful as
I
Spanish.
mean, but like France is kind of an important country as
Okay.
well, right?
Okay.
I would say so. Or Mandarin. Mandarin would be
okay, this
interesting.
is totally different choice.
Yeah, I know.
Why
I know,
Mandarin if you choose Mandarin?
Because you can use it. It's very useful, right? And it's work-wise, it's very interesting. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been in Asia or like
I
some like
have
close
been in
to-
Asia, not in China, but I have been in Southeast Asia pretty much
Okay.
the whole thing. Yeah.
And over there, like if you speak Mandarin,
Yeah.
like a lot of people like there, they can speak also
Yeah,
Mandarin, right?
yeah.
That's true.
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
Okay. Why Portuguese?
Because we moved here, so I wanted to learn it and learn the culture.
I would say, I think maybe French.
Why French?
Because I really like Paris, and it's just like a tricky language, so I think it's pretty cool to know that one maybe.
Okay, tricky language. Okay, I've never heard that about like,
Yeah.
French. Some of it tricky.
I tried to learn German, but it's very difficult. But I don't know why I did that. But probably French or Italian because I like the sound. I think French is like the language of love, and Italian it's like singing. So I love both of them. Yeah.
So you choose both languages.
Yeah.
Not one. Only like
Yeah.
it's
Just
better like
one?
tomorrow like wake up like boom and I know
Yeah.
French and Italian. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool choice. As you speak already like 3 languages, on your opinion, what is the best way to learn the language?
The best way to learn a language is, of course, immerse yourself in a country where that language is spoken. So you have to be like just you have to speak it, right? Even if it's like not correct or anything, like you're learning as you go. With English, though, I started learning when I was very little, so I think like the soonest you start learning, the better, obviously. Yeah, and I would say it's like practicing. I remember like being out, like living in Finland and being like picking up on a different word and going on Google Translate to see what it means, and then being like, okay, I'm gonna insert that in my speech next time.
I definitely feel like traveling is one of the best ways. Traveling and meeting new people who actually live in the country you want to learn the language. So, for example, when I wanted to learn Spanish, I traveled to Spain and I just like tried to take as much as I could from the native people there. And the same I did for English and French.
But if you come like for example to Spain and you know your level of like 0, how can
Yeah.
you like speak with people? You can only know like say for example hola.
Yeah, of course. Like I mean, there has to be like some background in terms of like practicing, like watching movies or like listening to music or like do stuff that you like in the other language. But I feel like a big part plays also meeting with people like who actually speak the language and can help you with that.
Okay. So your advice is just to go traveling. If you want to learn.
No, traveling and of course like practicing it, like watching movies or like listening to podcasts or reading books or experiencing as much as you can, like even vocabulary wise, that would be amazing.
I think it's very good to like just talk the language every chance you get. You know, speak the language. If you want to order something in a restaurant, try to do it in that language and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say to move to the country you want to learn the language. So you hear like normal people talk Portuguese and you adapt their words and way to speak. So yeah.
But did you notice like here in Lisbon? I also live here in Lisbon like for 9 months already. And like, it's not hard. It's not easy to learn Portuguese and practice Portuguese in Lisbon because like almost everyone speaks English here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's the thing. It's very like many people speak English here. Yeah.
Okay, I started to learn English in school. I was really little, but I think the best way for me, it's like reading books in English just to keep practicing and learning new words. And I like to see the translation of words that I don't know, so it helps me a lot. And listening to music and see the translation in Portuguese, I did that a lot when I was little. And also see movies and series that I really know well, some series or films that I have seen, and see with the subtitles in that language. I do that in English for just to practice because sometimes you don't get to practice a lot, so it's good.
Okay. So when you say like to watch the movies, which you already know, so like means like you watch that movie in your native language, and then you just like to watch.
Or with the subtitles in Portuguese, and then I change for English or Spanish if I want to know more, because I already know what they are saying, so I just keep understanding the.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can already focus like on the language.
Yeah,
like,
I
if you
can
already
focus
know,
on
like,
the
what you're
language
talking about.
and understand what they are saying and the
Okay.
words and everything.
That's awesome.
I did that with Grey's Anatomy.
Sorry?
And I know Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
that.
yeah, okay,
and I
okay.
know a lot of stuff, medical stuff in English and not in Portuguese.
Did you learn that like because you need something like for
No,
your?
just because I wanted.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was cool.